The drum that remembered Blood, an African folktale of revenge, justice, and fate long ago, before roads were carved by iron, before clocks learned how to hurry people, there stood a village called Umudara, resting between a red river and an ancient forest. The elders used to say, if the forest is silent, it is listening. And in Umudara, the forest listened very well. 1. The boy who spoke to drums in Umudara lived a boy named Kambili, the only son of Obioma, the village's finest drummer. Obioma's drum was not ordinary. It was carved from Irako wood and tied with antelope skin soaked in palm wine and moonlight. When Obioma played, rain clouds shifted, dancers forgot pain, and quarrels softened. People said the drum had a spirit. Kambili grew up beside that drum. Before he could speak clearly, he could already follow rhythms with his fingers. But unlike his father, Kambili was quiet, too quiet for a village that loved loud laughter. Obioma often said to him, "My son, a drum does not shout. It remembers." 2. The jealous chief Umudara was ruled by Chief Nwafor, a wealthy man with many wives and a heart that was always hungry. He owned land, goats, and people's fear, but he did not own respect. Each year, during the festival of New Yams, Obioma's drum led the procession. The people danced for the drummer, not the chief. That respect burned Chief Nwafor like hot oil. 1 evening, the chief summoned Obioma. "Drummer," he said, forcing a smile, "lend me your drum. I want it played only for me during the festival." Obioma bowed respectfully, "My lord, the drum belongs to the village. It does not play for pride." The chief's smile cracked. "Then you refuse me?" Obioma replied calmly, "I refuse injustice." That night, the forest heard Chief Nwafor's anger. 3. The night of blood. 3 nights before the festival, screams tore through Umudara. Kambili woke to firelight and smoke. Their hut burned. Men with covered faces dragged Obioma outside. Kambili watched from the shadows as his father was beaten. Chief Nwafor stepped forward. "You humiliated me," the chief said. "Now your drum will beat no more." Obioma looked at his son one last time and shouted, "Kambili, remember the rhythm." Then the chief ordered his guards. Before dawn, Obioma was dead, the drum was broken, the river ran red. The chief announced it was a robbery. No one challenged him. Fear sealed mouths. 4. The boy who became a ghost. Kambili did not cry, not that day, not the next. That he buried his father with his own hands and disappeared into the forest. For 7 years, Umudara believed Kambili was dead, but the forest knew better. An old hunter later said, "I saw a boy learning silence from trees." Kambili survived with herbalists, hunters, and forgotten spirits. He learned which roots healed and which killed. He learned how to listen to the earth. He learned patience, the most dangerous weapon of all, and one night, in a hidden grove, he rebuilt the drum, using the same Irako tree, using antelope skin, using memory. When he struck it, the forest answered. 5. The return. 7 years later, during another New Yam festival, a stranger entered Umudara. He wore simple clothes and carried a drum wrapped in cloth. No one recognized him, except the elders' bones. That night, the stranger played near the village square. The rhythm was slow, heavy, familiar. Old women wept without knowing why, dogs howled, the river trembled. Chief Nwafor felt fear crawl up his spine. "Bring that drummer to me," he ordered. 6. Revenge begins. Kambili stood before the chief, calm and respectful. "My lord," he said, "I am a traveling drummer. I play stories." "What stories?" the chief asked. "Stories the earth remembers." The chief laughed nervously. "Play for me tonight. If I am pleased, you will be rewarded." Kambili bowed. That night, he played. With each beat, secret surfaced. 1 Wife screamed, confessing lies. A guard collapsed, shouting Obioma's name. The chief A guard collapsed, shouting Obioma's name. The chief's children fell ill with fear. The drum did not accuse. It reminded. 7. The drum speaks truth. By the 3rd night, the whole village knew, the drum's rhythm matched the night Obioma died. Elders whispered, women murmured, the forest watched. Finally, during a full moon, Kambili stopped playing. He stepped into the light. "I am Obioma's son." Gasps tore through the crowd. "I did not return for blood," Kambili said, "I returned for truth." The drum beat once, boom. Chief Nwafor collapsed, not dead, but broken. Point 8. Justice, not blood. The elders rose, the chief confessed everything, trembling. Instead of killing him, the village chose a deeper punishment. Chief Nwafer was stripped of title, land, and name. He was sent into the forest, alone, because in Umudara, they believed living with memory is heavier than dying. 9. The ending that teaches Kambili became the village drummer, not as a ruler, but as a reminder that he taught children rhythm and elders silence, and the forest finally rested. To this day, elders say, if you hear a drum at night and your heart trembles, it is not music, it is memory calling you to account.